Hey Houseguests, welcome to today's BB14 updates and spoilers. Our Houseguest of the day is Katarina Fan 123. I don't like this. There's too much of a reflection or whatever on the glasses and it's freaking me out. I look like crap today because I'm tired and busy. But anyway, back to Big Brother, just saying. Ian has this new plan called Operation Floaters Grab a Life Vest, a la Rachel, season 12. That was great when she's like, Floaters grab a life vest, Kristen. Yeah, one of the best moments. So, this plan is basically to pit the remaining floaters against each other. And I'm a little bit confused about this because I feel like Joe is the only real floater left. I feel like Jen is clearly working with Frank. So I don't really understand. I guess they consider Jen a floater. I don't know. But I guess Ian's plan is if one of them wins HOH, somehow they'll be so angry at each other that they'll nominate the other floater. And then the floater that won HOH can't play in the next HOH, so they'll be gone. And then it'll be like a Quack Pack Final Four. I mean, it makes sense, but I don't see Jen as a floater. I think she's definitely on the other side. If you can even call that the other side. There's only like 2 people. But anyway, Shane, Dan, and Danielle were talking last night, and they agreed to a final 3 deal. And then it all seemed fine and dandy, and Ian came into the room. He's like, "What's up, guys?" And then Ian and Shane left together, so it was just Dan and Danielle, and Dan whispered, like, "suckers" to the camera, which he's done before. He's really into that this season. And he was, like, high-fiving Danielle. I'm not really sure who Dan is planning on taking to the final 3. I think he'll definitely take Danielle because he's not going to betray her. But I think his ideal number 3 for that would be Jen, because it's Jen. She doesn't really have a chance of winning, especially against Dan or Danielle. So I think he's telling tales to Shane. So the Quack Pack had a meeting last night, and they basically hashed out what's going to happen today. And they were like, Dan is going to use the POV on Jen, and Ian is going to act surprised / angry about it so that people don't realize that they're working together again. And then Ian is going to nominate Joe in Jen's place, and the plan is still to get rid of Frank. So Joe kind of made a major uh-oh last night. He made an oops. He was, I guess, lying in bed in the dark, and then Dan walked into the room, but Joe thought it was Shane. So he said, "Oh, Dan chased me in here as soon as I went to bed." And then Dan was like, "This is Dan." Dan has been talking about this all day, and he's been telling everyone about it, and he's basically saying he can't trust what Joe was saying, and he feels that Joe is definitely coming after him. He was talking to Danielle about this to Jen about this specifically, how he thinks that Joe is coming after him and Jen. Because I guess earlier he had asked Joe who he would nominate if he won HOH, and he was like, "You have 20 minutes to come up with an answer." So Joe made up some BS answer, and Dan doesn't believe it now. That's really bad when you think that someone is somebody else and then you say something that you didn't mean to. And Joe just kind of laughed it off. It was really awkward. But anyway, Danielle opened up to Shane today, not like that, and and told him that she's really a nurse practitioner and not a kindergarten teacher. So he was just like, okay, whatever. The POV ceremony was today, and as planned, Dan used it on Jen, and Ian put up Joe in her place. So right now it's Frank and Joe on the block. I'm pretty sure this is the same nominations that they had during the reset week. So interesting. They better not pull anything this time. Frank needs to go. And also, it's a double eviction this week, so it should be pretty exciting on Thursday. That's all I really have for you guys today, but I just wanted to say real quick, I have a very, very, very long day tomorrow. So the spoiler will probably not be up until late evening, like probably like 10 something ish, maybe later, I'm not sure. But I have like a 12-hour plus day. So I'm going to be struggle busing. So bear with me. It will be up. You will get your information. But it won't be until later in the day. So sorry about that. School comes first. But anyway, until next time, much love.